Welcome to the Scotch Poddy. I'm Seb 2 Chains Cox, and today we are going around the grounds and talking about people's Easter traditions. Then we also have a bunch of students to talk about their recent UN Youth win, and then I'll be commencing the Suction Cup Shoot. Let's get into it.
Hey everyone, in light of Easter coming up soon, we're going to be going around and doing some interviews.
Yeah.
Boys, what is your favourite thing about Easter?
My birthday.
Chocolates.
Getting fat. Easter eggs.
Chocolate.
Any Easter traditions?
No, chocolate, that's about it.
Good on you.
When did you guys stop believing in the Easter Bunny?
I still believe in it.
What do you do on Easter?
Sometimes do a egg hunt.
All right, dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Not too bad. And milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
I like it dark.
And what is your favourite Easter chocolate?
Cadbury.
The big footies you get.
Cadbury, probably. The crunchy eggs. Oreo.
What is your favourite type of hot cross bun?
Oh, the chocolate ones.
Milk or dark?
Milk.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Happy Easter!
So today I have got 3 people with me. They are all in year 11. They all have older brothers and they have all been involved in the band program. So I have Eleanor Driver, Florence Dew and Charlotte Ellison with me today. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having us.
So first of all, can you tell us about the UN Youth Voice competition?
Yeah, so the UN Youth Voice competition is a really cool public speaking comp that is sort of based around finding practical solutions to real world issues. For the last 2 years, it's been done in a group setting, which is really cool. So obviously the 3 of us competed together. Basically, you rock up on the day to the Flinders Uni campus in the city and you do a few workshops for the first half of the day, and then you get a question and you spend the rest of the day creating a presentation and a solution, and then at the end you present that to the group and you get sort of scored and judged based on your presenting skills and the actual solution that you came up with.
What's really special about UN Youth Australia is that every state does every program a little bit differently. So SA, for the state competition, you compete as a group, and so like we competed as a group of 3. We got to choose our group. It was lovely. But then when we went to nationals last year, and how all the other states do it is they do it as an individual competition. So that completely changes the dynamic, and that's been really interesting to see how we work as a group versus alone and how that complements each other.
Another really interesting thing that these 2 actually haven't been able to see is because I've done this specific competition since year 7, and it's been really cool seeing how it's developed over the years, and they've definitely made it a lot more beginner friendly, so like it's a lot easier to join if you haven't ever done public speaking before, and also for people who are a bit more experienced, it's really interesting as well to see how they tailor it to challenge you. So yeah.
What advice would you give to someone wanting to join the competition?
Do it.
Yeah, just give it a crack.
Yeah. It seems a bit scary at first, but I think that the group dynamic makes it a lot easier to get into it, and they give you heaps of time when there's heaps of support. So it seems scary, but really just give it a go and don't be afraid. So with your solution, if you think, oh, it's a bit out there, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for you to be creative. So yeah, don't be scared and give it everything.
Yeah, all the facilitators are university students, and they're just like, they're so cool, they're so much fun. They just want to make it a welcoming environment. Part of the competition is you get asked questions about your speech, and they really know when to push you and how far to push you. And so if you're not comfortable, it's very clear that they're not going to ask you some super complex question. They're really just going to try and get the most out of you and make it a comfortable environment for you.
It's also really important to note that all the judges and all the facilitators there are there to support you. They want you to succeed. They want you to do well. And yeah, it's a really welcoming environment. I would really recommend it, even if you've like never done any public speaking before. And even if you don't have a team, they can put you in a team as well, which is really nice.
And for those who are interested, how does one join this competition?
So UN Youth South Australia has an Instagram. They also have an email. It's just UN Youth SA on Instagram. Also, there's a student ambassador program, which I'm a part of. So if anyone has any questions regarding any of the competitions, including voice, just chuck me an email. I'll be happy to link you up with some of the event details.
Otherwise, at Scotch, we have wonderful oratory coordinator, Mrs. Nicholson, and our lovely oratory ambassador, Lexy Walker, in the house today. So you can always reach out to any of those or any of us, and we would be happy to have a chat with you about it. But it's really easy to join. They have a great website. You just log on, go, I want to join this competition, put in your information. They send you an email. It's great.
Nice. A bit of a fun one. If your speech had a hashtag, what would it be?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a bit of background behind this. Hashtag eugenics.
Hashtag eugenics.
Basically what was happening was we got our question and we were sitting at the table and Eleanor was going, crap, there's a word that I can't think of and I need to find out this word, and out of nowhere she just screams, eugenics, and everyone in the room turns and goes, what the hell? And she runs over to the whiteboard, grabs a whiteboard marker and writes eugenics on the whiteboard in all caps. So
yeah.
And just a little bit more context, our question was, what is the most ethical way to manage breakthroughs in genetic engineering? So that's why eugenics was relevant.
Yeah, not everyone has the same question though, so it looked a bit funny from the outside, and people who had questions about, what do they have questions about?
like cybersecurity and
Cybersecurity,
things like that.
cybersecurity, yeah. My hashtag is hashtag APFAF, which is the Asia Pacific Foreign Aid Fund, which was our first voice competition together. So not this time, but it was a cool memory, and it was our first time using acronyms to help us, remember what to do and make things catchy, because they do love acronyms, and they love when you make an organisation. And so yeah, that was ours. It was on foreign aid to the Asia Pacific, and it was really, really interesting, that topic.
Yeah, my hashtag would be hashtag education legislation, which is a bit of a funky one, just because that's what lots of our solutions are actually about. We often create new legislation, or this time, we put in, we suggested, our solution was mandatory ethics courses at university. So adding things to education and then creating or adding to legislation. So I just thought that's, a little rhyme and yeah, very relevant to all our solutions.
Yeah. And finally, if you could add any prop to your speech, what would you be?
Honestly, a big red buzzer. I feel like it'd be really funny if in the middle of the speech you just I don't know.
Is that relevant?
Not really, but it'd be really funny.
Mine would be, how they have in the olden times when the kings would come through and they would play the trumpets and then a big scroll. I'd have a big scroll, especially when we're talking about the new legislation we're putting in. I would love to just open up a scroll and, hear ye, or whatever they say.
Yeah, I want one of the big long pointer, the pointer things, but I want one with a finger on the end, because we had to stand quite away from the board, and so yeah, it would have been really helpful to just point at people to get them to answer questions. That would have been really good.
My big red buzzer seems a bit irrelevant now.
No, that's a good idea. Next time.
Okay,
you can have all three at once. Theatre show.
Jesus Christ, that would be fun.
Okay, well that's all we've got today, but thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Lexy.
Welcome to the Suction Cup Shootout. I'm Seb Cox, and today my goal is to get this as close to that orange thing as I possibly can. Now watch these absolute buckets of a shot. This is the llama I've got to take it from. Okay. This is going to be on the dot.
Wide open!
No, I can get closer.
From downtown! Oh good! Wide open! Oh my! He's on fire!
Come on. That is bloody beautiful. So if I can do the math, because on this ruler we're at 16 millimeters, this one's at 24. Oh, those are centimeters. Oops.
Rejected!
That's a 6 centimeter gap. This is why I dropped math.
Boom shakalaka!
That's fantastic. Whoever's after me, you're not beating this.
Boom!
That is all for today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed. I am Seb, 2 Chains Cox. This episode was sponsored by Temu. All the bling is from there if you want to buy some. Thank you very much.